Hello everyone and welcome to Out of the Box on the Games Done Quick Hotfix, the show where if you can watch it, you can run it. And tonight's message is, let's go women! This is the first half of a two-part, all evening is going to be our Fatales preview show. We're going to be starting things off with Star Anise and Yoku's Island Express, a game that if you could describe it in one sentence, I would call a pinball puzzle platformer. And to explain it in some more sentences, here's Star Anise.
Hello, everybody. Let's go women indeed. I'm Star Anise, and I am here bringing you Yoku's Island Express, which is, in my opinion, one of the most welcoming, most chill speed games I have played yet. So yeah, I think we should just get right into it. Ready to rumble?
Let's do it. Whenever you're ready.
All right, sounds good. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Go.
Alrighty, so in Yoku's Island Express, we play the adorable little bug and Mokumana Island's new postmaster, Yoku. Right here, we can see him polishing his wonderful hat. And there's Mokumana Island. This is a pretty relaxed place usually, but there's some stuff afoot here. And we're going to have to deliver mail to solve that. So the route I'm showing you today is any percent inbounds. It cuts out one glitch in particular, which saves like 50 minutes. Or yeah, 40 minutes. If you're going real fast. Just skips the entire game, basically. But, so as you can see, we navigate through the world by pushing the ball around and using these pinball flippers, which I can activate omnipotently, apparently. This right here is Phosphor. Phosphor is going to attempt to gate us into the tutorial area of the game. It's not going to take, but we have to go up here real quick to acquire our first item. So throughout the game, we'll be looking, if you see the top left corner of my screen here, we have a wallet of fruit. And, oops, one more once. Just gonna go over here. So we need a lot of fruit throughout the run to unlock some critical bumpers. Like this one coming up here, which is going to cost 30. So the fruit route is pretty tight, especially at the beginning of the game. We just got our noisemaker, which is our first sort of Metroidvania upgrade. It makes a very silly noise.
The noisemaker route, on the other hand, is that's however you feel.
Oh yeah, we can just. This is one of the better parts of the game. There's a button you can press to make a silly noise, and it does everything. All right, first of all,
I mentioned this game isn't just like silly and cute, but also joyful, because I feel like that's important.
Yeah, it's adorable. Our first little trick here, Phosphor wanted us to find some mushrooms. We didn't. So we're just going to try and line ourselves up with the edge of this here and then tap forward just a little bit, and that will let us go right through the trigger that's supposed to blow us back. So now we're in the rest of the game. All right.
That's the tutorial skip option. I got it.
You gotta skip the tutorial. We already know what we're doing here. So coming through, we're going to start seeing a lot of these keystones. These are effectively keys to doors. Players of, what's that one game? Ori and the Will of the Wisps will be very familiar with the concept.
Forest and Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
Favorite of many speedrunners out there, including our producer, Richard.
It's a lovely game. Very chill. Very Pixar. Makes you cry a lot.
I was going to say, there are definitely parts that are chill, but that is a game that is like 70 or 80% emotions by volume.
Real.
It's just a casual player.
All right, we got our first wallet upgrade. There is one that's technically faster if you're really good at mashing. I am only kind of okay at mashing, so I take that one instead. And we are down here, and we're going to try and pick up some more keystones. The most stable place to shoot for these is sitting cradled on the orange flipper here. For this one, you shoot up here, and if you do it right, which we are going to do, it's that. And here, that's just a straight up shot. Next up here, we've got to clear this crystal, which we are going to do using a combination of very well-timed honks and just ramming our whole body into it. And it's Yoku's.
So that's technically supposed to be a late title card.
Yeah.
We got there in what, 4.5 minutes?
Mm-hmm. We're chilling. Fun fact, that little title sequence there has a skip associated with it, which we only do in the New Game Plus category. We can slightly offset the direction that Yoku moves, because Yoku is still affected by physics there, and end up somewhere we are definitely not supposed to be, using some load zone manipulation. We're not doing that today because that's silly, but it's very funny, and I would recommend looking it up. All right, so we are on the road to our next item, which is going to be one of the better ones throughout the game. It's the slug vacuum. It lets us stuff these slugs up. And the slugs are important because they explode. And as we know, explosions are sort of just speed game fuel.
Yeah. If you can use an explosion without, ending your run, it's usually preferable.
Nope. So, I just picked up a Wickerling there. In a normal run, this would be actually very bad. There's a trick that relies on you not picking up one of those yet, but I wasn't actually planning on doing that today because I'm going to show off a more beginner-friendly route if anyone wants to get into this game. So that is the best time for this to happen. But
yeah, no, I sincerely appreciate you taking that tack, whether it just be for your own sanity, knowing that some routes are more difficult, but really that's because a large part of this show is the idea that you can just kind of, if something looks cool, start running it. You know,
exactly.
This show is intended to feature runs that can be done without you having to do like a New Game Plus or even ideally any particularly difficult to learn tricks.
Oops. Yeah. We are cutting the particularly difficult to learn tricks here for fun and profit. Okay, let's get this shot. Nice. Okay, coming up to the slug vacuum. And we are going to start to be able to use these explosive slugs to do all sorts of stuff that we are not supposed to do. In this
You
chest.
keep using words like supposed and intended. I don't know.
We're speedrunners. If we did
if the
things
game's
the
not
right
stopping
way,
you from
we wouldn't be
doing it,
doing
is it-
things the fast way.
True. I'm just saying, if the game's not stopping you from doing it.
True. Okay. Grab that. I'm gonna, down here, we can often make this work. So this line up, we want to be, that's gonna be a little, that worked. Okay, so we're blasting back out of the slug vacuum tutorial the wrong way, which is very silly. Okay, now I want this slug, or I want to blast myself into this slug at high speed and roll up this way. We're going to use this slug to do yet another trick, which is called pole skip. So by shooting for the top of this pole right here, we can go the wrong way through the one-way shortcut. Here, as long as we honk there and don't touch any directions, it usually results in us just blasting out without having to do the little puzzle there. So here, depending on your fruit route, you can go up here to secure about 15 more fruit, but we are on an easy fruit route because we're not doing the hard trick. So we are back up in, well, we've never been here before, but we are in Mokumana Village, and things are wrong here. As we can see, Nim is in a bit of a situation. That big guy there is Mokuma. Mokuma is the island's god, and he is hurt. He's got a little scratch. So we need to go deliver some letters to the chieftains around and ask them to come and do a little ritual with us to heal Mokuma. Oops.
That's only fair. I also would feel bad if my god had an owie.
Yeah. Need to put a band-aid on that.
Definitely. Or the closest equivalent in, whatever you can buy with fruits.
True.
I was thinking about it, and while I love the idea of a fruit-based wallet in theory, or a wallet for fruits, I'm not sure how well that would pan out in practical sense,
Would get sticky. Still probably more usable than a Bitcoin wallet, so... Okay.
Well, I was trying to think through, is it a wallet made of, fruit leather, which is, that may be a bit too close to a fruit by the foot. I don't know how well that would hold out over time, or what kind of fruits could you realistically hold in a wallet long term.
I would not advise durian. Okay, we're actually
if you want to be left alone.
We got our second trick here, or, well, not second trick. Our second slug trick, which is we're going to use the slug to blast up into the fast travel system backwards. We're not supposed to be doing this, but we're doing it anyway. And we're going to get out.
I appreciate greatly that it works in both directions.
Yeah. And we're going to collect some stuff. Don't fall off the backside there. It feels really bad if you do. Okay, so now, normally, we would go down and do... we have to go get a leash for a little friend we call the Sootling that we are going to go find in a second here. But first, I'm going to clear the chimney here. I'm doing this because this is the bit that we would be skipping with the funky mode trick. Oops. I want to get into one more once. There we go.
Nice. I appreciate your adoption of the term funky mode as kind of a catch-all for New Game Plus.
All right. Do a little... I actually might have been able to land in here. So we've cleared one of the spots. Now we just have to blow up some rocks, and we can clear the second one. These slugs really do it all. Okay. One down. Got a slug. Blow up the second one. And then... whoop. Guy never saw it coming. Okay, the chimney is open. Wait, you ate your fruit roll-ups? Just okay.
Yeah. No, I'll cop to that one on stream now.
My bad. I was unfamiliar with your game.
Spare attention span for that, but yeah, that and Airheads. I was just a gremlin when it came to those kinds of snacks, and I would just roll them up into a ball and eat them that way.
Okay, new trick here. We're just gonna use that bumper that's supposed to bounce us down to the house to bounce us over the wall and skip this entire little tower here. And grab our Sootling leash. What's your favorite airhead?
Ooh, I tended to like some, the ones that had more forward fruit flavors, kind of like your cherries and strawberries. Although I definitely also was pulled in by the mystery airhead every time.
Yeah. I'm a mystery
Did you ever feel
enjoyer.
like you had a particularly strong sense of what the mystery airheads were?
No.
Yeah.
It was like, it felt like some kind of berry, I guess, but I couldn't tell you which. Okay. Keep keep our fruit route going. Honestly, our fruit route is pretty safe at this point. Going ahead and skipping that little trick saves us 30 extra fruit because we don't need to unlock a specific bumper. So I can probably play this a little looser than normal. Normally, this is where the tightest section of the ramp is. But we are just going to go underground here and acquire our lovely pet sibling. Look at these cuties.
While we do that, do I have time for an announcement or two?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So yeah, this is a slightly different week on the hotfix than normal because, as the theme of this evening's shows will tell you, Flame Fatales is coming right up. But generally, if you want to know what's coming up on the hotfix, you can check out this week's schedule and explore the full season lineup at gdq.gg/hotfix. And if you want to catch up on past shows, special events, GDQ marathons, and the like, you can go over to youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all things GDQ.
All right, we got a little trick coming up here. We're going to do a pause buffer release on the sibling, which, by the way, is like this little grappling hook we sort of got. I don't really have a great setup for this. I just look at like the aliasing on the rope. That looks good. I'm going to release here. That wasn't quite it. I'm trying to get up to above that, back at the bottom.
Yeah, no, I so feel that. There are, you were asking me about my history with running, and there are a few runs now. I've just started learning the Mega Man X speed run. That there are some tricks in that absolutely need visual lineups, and it's like, this feels right. Like, this looks right to what everybody tells me I should be doing, but I can't lock in on it that way. I just have to feel my way through it like you just did there.
Yep. Got it. There is another pause buffer trick coming up. That one has a significantly chiller lineup.
Okay.
And I'll show that off right after the first boss. That works surprisingly well. I've never done it that way, but we're chilling. This is where we're supposed to be.
Did we mention that this game also has bosses? I mean, don't worry about it. It's still chill, but this game does have bosses.
This game does have bosses. We're going to open that door for a little later. And we are going... So our job here is we're getting up to the Church of the Space Monks at the top of the mountain. But there isn't really a great way to climb the mountain right now. So we're going to have to grow a beanstalk. Now, what do you need to grow a beanstalk?
More fruit for your fruit wallet.
We do need a little fruit. We're going to need 80 fruit here.
Oh, well.
Critically, we're going to need a bean.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know how I missed that.
A little water for irrigation, and a little fertilizer to make sure we have a nice tall beanstalk. If the beanstalk isn't tall enough, it sort of defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. So we've honked the horn, and that has opened the little hot spring here, which we can use to get the only liquid water on this mountain. Ignore the fish. Surely that isn't liquid. That's a hoax.
Fish aren't real.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got water. Now we just need bean and the fertilizer. So drop down here. Gonna slide up this tube again. And there's our bean. We cannot grab that earlier, even if we did go up the normal way, which is to go up there and then get bounced across the gap. The game's like, you don't know you need that, therefore you don't need that.
The opposite of the classic JRPG strategy where the game figured, hey, if you manage to get here, you must have the 9 items you needed to get here, so we're just going to give them to you.
Yeah. So we're going to try and acquire these 12 keystones here as quickly as possible. That's a lot of keystones. Can shoot up here to grab those two, and then hopefully we can hit that one and open the door and go through the... Nope,
Nice.
not quite.
Oh.
The door
Nicely
takes
done,
a
all the same.
little bit to fade out. So, oop, we're gonna have to do it again,
I was
folks.
thinking about making a joke, like, you know, if you had multi-ball, this would go, but you beat me to it. I didn't even have time before you were already done.
That's what being fast is about. All right, so we have acquired some fresh fertilizer. And that's all we need to plant a beanstalk. So let's do it. Let's plant that beanstalk. That's a big beanstalk. All right, now we just have to climb it. This part is surprisingly hard.
No, I believe it. These orbits aren't especially large for just how quickly you're flinging yourself around.
Yeah. But we made it.
Nice.
Because we are gaming. All right, we made it to the space monastery.
Call us Yoku Line Celeste, the way we be climbing that mountain.
True. We summiting. All right, and this is Boone. This is our first leader. And Boone wants us to figure out why exactly the engine in the space monastery is kind of busted. We have to go down and talk to the engineer. The engineer is going to be like, go down, go under the hood and see what's going on.
That's just one of those things you need to figure out on most trips to a space monastery.
Yeah. You know, we're Postmaster. Postmaster School qualifies us for this. Going down in. By the way, this next bit coming up is going to contain spiders. They're pretty cute spiders, but if you are arachnophobic, this would be a good time to not be watching the stream.
Yeah, we can definitely let you know when that portion's over.
It's going to be pretty quick. So, yeah, as I alluded to, the problem with the engine is that it's full of spiders.
I hate when that happens.
It is unfortunate. So you have to go ahead and bop the spiders. Weirdly, these are one of very few boppable objects in the game that is not bopped by the noisemaker. We have to do this one normal style.
Mm-hmm.
But each of these spiders is going to drop us a
Keystone.
stone. Now we just have to actually pick up keystone.
One screen cleared, but if I saw correctly, we're not quite done with our spider friends yet.
Oh yeah, we've got big spider to look out for. And straight up right here, the Brood Mother. Shout out to Dota players. Oh, we're going back down. Okay.
And moms.
That's what I get for shouting out Dota players. Never do this.
A critical mistake.
All right. So we fight the spider pretty simply by we are going to take out her legs. And then we have to go ahead, collect another ever useful slug. Oh, I don't know why I didn't do the slug back there. So let's try that again. This slug position is slightly wackier than the other one, but that's fine. You know what? Actually, we're just gonna make another slug.
Yeah, these kinds of orbits can genuinely be very difficult in other kinds of pinball, like physical tables especially.
Yep. All right, one leg out, two legs out. We're gonna try and do this a little more clean.
Got our other.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. Nice.
All right. Real.
One left. Rule of three.
Poop
You
on
know
the
how it
sleeve.
is. Okay, let's go this way and get my favorite slug. They say parents don't have favorites, but like, you know.
The one that lets you leave is the favorite.
Yeah. Alrighty. And the space monastery is going to space.
Oh, good. I feel like that's where it belongs.
Yeah.
All right. I believe our arachnophobic friends are good to tune back into the broadcast.
Indeed. We are fresh out of spiders. All right. And we are going to deliver our first letter. And Boone is going to agree to come back with us to the village, which is where Kickback, which is our fishy friend there. Kickback wants us to go back to the village. We're not actually going to do that. As usual, we have a slightly different way of doing things. Going back to the fountain now for some shenanigans. I talked about our other pause buffered trick that we're going to be doing, and this is it. It's fountain skip. So going like this, we're going to attempt to buffer this one. That might work. So that the edge of the ball is past the first part of the branch, but not the second part. And we're already in the second faction headquarters. So
Nice.
Let's see if they want to meet with us. They do not. They're going to dump us in the hole.
I can't say I'm fond of when that happens, even if we have a ball and all the skills we need to push ourselves back out of the hole.
It is a little unfortunate. I think video games throughout time have been about being dumped in holes at inopportune moments.
True. And I really feel like, if we could just teach people that you can't just push all your problems down a hole, like, we'd learn to get along a lot better.
It's true. What was your first video game hole?
Outside of Mario and the whole shenanigans with Yoshi, the first one I thought of when you talked about video game problems being caused by holes at inopportune times was actually Secret of Mana.
Oh, yeah.
The Mantis Hand. Yeah.
That's a good one. The Mantis Man.
A deeply unfortunate hole as they go. How about
yours? I was considering that one hole that Don Corneo uses to dump you into the sewer in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. No, absolutely. He's extremely subtle about it, and so the fact that you are coerced into it all the same is just unfortunate.
Yeah, just a classic hole.
Welcome to our raiders. Thank you for blessing us with cat time, or some of the equivalent thereof.
Hello. Welcome to Yoku's. We're out here pinballing. Okay, this next skip, very important. If we do it right, we save 80 fruit. Nice. So the trick for that one is you want to line up with very precisely the back edge of that ledge, and then you just shoot for it. You just go for it. Oh, we're going back down. That's fine.
Nicely done.
All right, let's blow the horn to wake up the moths. Why are we blowing the horn to wake up the moths? Because a character that we haven't met yet wants to see some moths. So we're just preempting them a little bit on this one. Return to the hidden pool that we have never seen before.
Well, that's why it's hidden, because we don't know where it is yet.
Okay, we found it.
See, I was gonna say, this seems pretty hidden.
Yeah. It's the
secret sanctuary of the Church of the Space Monks.
Yeah. This seems pretty far away from space.
So it's like, I've played this game before. I remembered that this is a thing, but all the same, not a sentence I would have expected to say today otherwise.
You gotta oh, okay, we're going back in the hole. Once again. Hole type game. Okay, now that we have our dive fish friend there, who is the person who wanted to see the moths, we can dive underwater. We're going to proceed to not do that for a little bit because we have to go save our friend and leader of the second faction, Spina, who is currently trying to stop things from blowing up. due to volcanic activity. Which means, of course, a few more keystones. Got that one, very nice. And we're going to shoot over here. We're going to do another little skip with another slug. That's my favorite slug.
I know you said the one before was your favorite slug, but that's your actual
Yeah. That's a good slug. So this beam is supposed to push us back if we try to go up to it. But what if we explode through it, you know?
Smart.
There's very little in speed games that explosions cannot solve. Okay, little trick here. We're going to do a little wiggle through the air, and that's going to give us a little extra air time to get in that scoop. Okay. So now we're going to have to get in there and figure out a way to relieve the pressure before it explodes in Spina's face. So naturally, the first thing we're going to do is hit a bunch of keystones. The game does love doing a little keystone. Okay, one left. The next thing is, you talked about multi-ball earlier. Well, that's an unfortunate gap falling.
I wonder if those things on the right-hand side might be useful.
Yeah. Okay, shoot up here, grab that. Okay, and now, whoa. Yoku's looking a little weird there for a second. Okay, we're up here. We are gonna open the door for the goons. And the goons are gonna come in here and block these vents. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why are we blocking the vent if we want to lower the pressure?
It does seem mildly antithetical.
The answer is, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Those guys, I don't really know what happened to them, honestly, but they're back for more. They went through the tubes. We're going to do this again, but
they were able to block the vents temporarily.
Yeah. Nice. That's a very clean cycle. That's what I hope they all look like. We got one more, now with 4. Let's see if we can keep it spicy. So the worst outcome here is if any of these guys go in
down
the hole there, then we have to wait a long time for them to come back. But we did it.
Such worries.
So we are chilling. We're gonna try a little trick called fast exit here, where we hit the button right. Oh, I missed. Unfortunate. If you do a little maneuvering off screen, then you can get out here a little fast. Otherwise, you fall in the pit and look very silly.
I mean, not the worst thing that could happen. This game is pretty silly, so you looking silly just fits the mood.
Exactly. All right, Spina has agreed to come back with us. So we got one more leader to go see. And as usual, Kickback wants us to go back in town to start finding them. That is not actually the direction we want to go. We're not going to do that. We are instead going to go in the hole.
It's the place we belong, you know?
It's true. It feels comfortable.
It was made for us. Thank you. I expected you'd get the reference.
I got you. All right. And we made it to the Underdark. Say hi to our fish cat friend. We love them.
If I were ever going to be welcomed to a place called the Underdark, I would like to be by a fish cat.
Yeah. It's probably better than the D&D one.
Yeah.
Okay, going up here. Push a button to open the dark depth. If you're if you're in a place that's more under and more dark than a place called the Underdark, what is this place?
I mean, spooky, that's for sure, but beyond that, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Does it stack? Does the underdarkness of it stack, or does it cancel out?
Probably. I mean, you really could just go like 2 under, 2 dark, if that's your bag, or extra underdark.
Okay. Walk in for this shot.
By all means.
Nice. Okay, grab that first keystone. Now we have to shoot this gap 3 times in order to
light
open
each of our
the
lamps
door.
here.
And then little lower, but not that much lower.
Chat letting us know that if we are in fact in the down under dark, we should watch out for drop bears, possibly also kangaroos.
I don't think I want to fight a kangaroo. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want that ball to go real fast, getting a kangaroo to give you a kick would certainly do the trick.
True. Okay, got the exit second time. That's a hard exit. These 3 tables here are actually probably like the 3 hardest tables in the game.
I can see it. That one teaching you loops. This one's got like drop targets, other sections like that, plus the spinner at the top.
This spinner is unfortunately very hard to efficiently power unless you use a little trick. If you guessed that the trick involves a slug, yeah, you're right. It's
okay, cool.
It's a slug
I was
type move.
assuming the trick was explosions based, but
yeah. It is kind of hard to get up there and explode in the correct manner. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a little.
nice.
And we do a little
kept
pinch
yourself
there with
popped in.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's a fun little tech. Okay, well that's the hard part. So now we just have to blow up some rocks and we're good to go. That's what I would say. We do need to get the slug to blow up the rocks. Right now the slug is not being the most cooperative. There we go, got one. Let's get a... Okay, there's another slug. Get into that second rock. Let's attempt to get into that second rock. Yeah.
There we go.
And there you go. And we just need one more.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Surely if you hit the shot twice, you can hit it a third time, right?
Yes, in theory. The fact that you have already hit it twice means you're now in like a quantum state where hitting it a third time is basically out of your control, as any pinball player could tell you.
True. Okay. Now we have this one where we want to hit all these keystones and we do it a little wrong. We're going to have to go under. But basically, I'm the GOAT. That's the fastest I've ever done that.
GG's.
Okay. Now we're in the ancient birthing grounds with a big egg.
I could go for a big egg.
We're not going to mess with this egg on this run, but there is a category for hatching the egg and then finishing the game. You have to do a lot to do that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fortunately, we don't have to hatch the egg because this crew has a different problem. that they want us to solve for them. And that problem is the Screech. A shocking, deep underground beast that turns people into crystals. Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's...
Surely we will be safe.
I mean, you know, a pinball could hit a crystal, and it seemed like it was already working, so we might as well just keep doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so we can't actually get to the Screech unless we hold down all 4 of those buttons at once. So we're going to actually need to rescue our friends after all. And to do that, we're going to have to hatch the big face.
How's it going, Big Face? You, seen any good movies lately? He's not much of a talker, is he?
No, he's, pretty morose, really.
I mean, down here, there's not a ton to look at. I get it. But maybe we can help with that.
Yeah. Alright, dropping down here, and we're going to try to get the next 2 without going back up to see the big face. Okay, so this is another slug-type room.
Time. Slug-type room.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite Stone Temple Pilots song.
Okay, so we want to break these rocks because as soon as we have them all busted up here, let me go back in here. We're going to have to do a little collection. Tip for the speedrun there, if you don't hold a direction while you're coming back up there, it will put you back up the full way, and which is significantly faster than having to wait for it. Okay. Let's see if we got these. Nope. Would have been really cool if I blasted right where I needed to be though. Okay, right here I'm gonna be mashing A, and this is going to let me talk to Jet as soon as he comes out of the crystal, which halts my momentum, which means that I can go back up this way.
Is that what they mean when they say you should stop and chat?
Yeah.
I see.
All right, now we have the tentacle roof. If I do this one well, it looks really good.
It certainly has so far.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, one more shot. This one is generally an easier one. Nice. 5 for 5. That is pretty ideal.
Heck yeah.
All right. Save our last guy. Come up here. Let's fight a Screech. Let's fight an unspeakable horror.
I mean, I wouldn't say that about the star of Saved by the Bell, but or one of, but I mean, some people weren't a fan of his performance. I get it.
And then I'm gonna take a sip of water while we go fight the unspeakable horror.
Understandable.
All right. Bounce off a mushroom. Every video game should have mushrooms that you can bounce off of.
True.
Every good video game has mushrooms that you can bounce off of.
I'm not going to interrogate that statement too much because it seems like we have something more important to do right now.
Oh yeah, that is the Screech. Our first job here is to blow up that rock, and that is going to unleash our friends into the zone.
I love when my friends are in the zone.
Yeah.
And I'm also in the zone, ideally.
Okay, now that our friends are all fully armed, we're going to just try and shoot that scoop. Now we attack base for massive damage.
Thank you for flipping in its weak spot.
I wonder why it's called the Screech.
Ah, yeah. It's, oh, well, that's also vaguely Screech-like, the thing it did there.
Yeah. Okay. So first order of business is once again. Hippie's kind of getting in the way on this one. Okay, that's fine. That's 2. And then the third one is we gotta shoot up. Put this one over here. Shoot up there. With the sword into the scoop. Let's get some damage. Let's get some damage on the bolt. Problem with 4 balls is they just start hitting each other.
Yeah, that's always been the difficulty with multi-ball, honestly. It's like, at some point, especially if you're playing on a physical table, what you end up doing is just focusing on where the flippers are. And I imagine a lot of players playing a game like Yoku's casually were doing the same.
Yeah.
But then they make it tricky on you by making the area with the flippers the kind of the smallest portion of this table. It's just you and the Screech.
Yep. Okay, we got 1 on the sword. Let's see if we can hit 2. Yep, there's 2. This one, shoot up here. Do that. In the scoop. One more once.
Nice. Getting close.
Just a little bit more. And it exploded.
Oh, yep. Yep, so it did. That's good, right?
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to have happen?
Exactly. And as thanks for exploding the Screech, Sal is going to help us do our little ritual. Okay, here's one of my favorite routing details. We need 160 fruit to get back up to town, which is where we're going. We have 150.
And we can have 150.
So this is our friend Tweepers. We did a quest for them like 50 minutes ago. And now we come up and demand payment. And they're like, all right, I'll spot you 10 fruit. Okay, now we're actually using the beeline the right way. For once in our life.
Oh, yeah, no, we go up the mountain. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Now, hey Nim, you delivered all your letters. Okay, Nim wants us to make one more delivery. Wants us to go and get the ritual instruments. Kickback is out of here. Kickback has an important meeting to attend. So we're gonna use the beeline one more time. Get up here instead of paying 30 fruit to get up there. Fruit that we don't have. And then we're in the cave with the ritual instrument. They might look like kazoos, but I assure you, they're very serious.
What's unserious about a kazoo?
I don't know. Probably the way it's like.
Oh, okay, yeah, the sound. I did overlook that, I suppose.
All right, let's do the ritual. Fortunately, this crew is kazoo masters. Look at the incredible sound they're getting out of these things.
Wow. Their breath control is really top notch.
Unfortunately, we now have modal jazz. Kickback has picked up the instrument.
Uh-oh.
And has top 10 anime betrayals us.
Those darn Mixolydian scales. I always knew they were trouble.
Dang. I'd say put some respect on the Mixolydian. It's a scale developed by Sappho.
Rude.
Most known for lesbianism.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
Look, I can say that it's trouble and mean it in an affectionate way.
That's fair, that's fair. Who isn't down to be a little bit of trouble sometimes, you know?
Right? Especially for a good cause like Malala Fund.
Precisely. Make as much trouble as we need.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There's the fella. Let's go. Let's use slugs to get him.
The cause and solution to most of life's problems. Exploding slugs.
Works every time, really.
I haven't seen it not work yet.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna try to get the 2-cycle here. We always want to go to the left first because that gets us a double hit on the first one. Ooh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can still get our 2-cycle. Nice. But as we go for the finishing blow, Kickback's like, no. Is going to put us in prison forever. And go Super Saiyan.
Yes, the old you don't get a turn.
It is unfortunate. How's Yoku gonna get out of this one? Let's blow our horn.
Is it exploding slugs?
It is exploding slugs.
Friends. Oh, it's also exploding slugs.
It's friends and exploding slugs. We're gonna do the friends first. Okay. Uh-oh. Hey, stop that. I've never been soft locked there before, and now I'm wondering if you can get soft locked there.
I was genuinely worried that's what had happened for a second there.
It was kind of looking like it. Alright, now we have the ultimate multi-ball section. As an any percent runner, I am most used to doing this section completely blind. We do have more feedback than usual. But, as you can see, we are attempting to build a bridge of slugs from Kickback to us so that we can detonate them one last time with a big noise maker toot. Okay.
If I have a second, I'd love to talk about some other noisemakers who like to cause trouble, but I might not, so we might save that for after.
Well, this is about to be time right here.
Yeah.
Hi.
GG's. Well done.
Not bad. Not bad.
I think you're looking at about a 52-30.
That is a PB, I think.
Heck yeah.
Which is weird because I didn't do the fast strat and lost 2 minutes. So basically, I was gaming out in my mind and them having a normal reaction to this information. All right, but yeah, that was Yoku's Island Express. It is very chill speed game. I like it a lot. I don't know why the final boss theme is still playing.
This has been an hour of slightly unusual occurrences, but hey, you can't argue with the result.
It's true. I'll let them play us out. But yeah.
While they do that, where can the people find you, Star Anise?
The people can find me at Star Anise the Third on Twitch. That is Star Anise III. We're doing Roman numerals. I don't stream, but if you followed me, it would be very funny to see how high I can get my follower count without streaming.
Right. And more importantly, coming up this next week, when can people find you?
Of course. So people can find me on Flame Fatales 2025, doing this run with the hard tricks this Sunday, the 7th, at I guess roughly 6 p.m. Mountain Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there, because it's going to be awesome.
Very, very cool. Yeah, you should definitely stay tuned for the whole of Flame Fatales, but that's going to be near closing out the first day with another run that you'll be seeing just a little bit later on.
Yeah. And then I guess shout-outs wise, I want to shout out the Yoku's community. They are wonderful. X-Wing is sort of our community figurehead. I would say the greatest Yokester of all time, and has put so much time into making this such a friendly game to get into, showing off all the tricks. I want to shout out Jadelyn and Greta Ice Vixen coming up after the break here. Both wonderful runners, wonderful fatales, and wonderful friends. And yeah, shout outs to my friends, family, and partners as well. You all are wonderful, and I couldn't have done this without you.
And so are you. Thank you so much for starting this show off with such a fun, fantastic, and very fast run. Appreciate you being here so much.
Appreciate you too, T-Tree.
Thank you. But yeah, there is, as she said, there is more Out of the Box coming up ahead. Coming up just after the break, we're going to be having ourselves a Pokémon Puppy Party. If you want to know what that's about, you'll have to stay tuned. But first, take care of yourself, stretch, take a water break if you need to, and come right on back for more GDQ Hotfix. Welcome back to Out of the Box on the Games Done Quick Hotfix. My name is T-Tree. All the stars are aligned and the fatales are out in full showing for a sneak peek on both this show and the next. But coming up next, we've got one of the best to ever be a Pokemon master, Greta Ice Vixen, taking us on a Pokemon Puppy Party. Now, Greta, is there like a show of etiquette that I should do when preparing for a Pokemon Puppy Party? Are there things that I can bring to the party? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Let's see. I think you need to come prepared to play. Playing at the party for sure. Maybe
good.
Could bring some treats, something like that.
Good call. Good call. Pokemon and puppies do both like treats a lot.
Uh-huh. Oh, there they are. Can you hear that?
Right? They've been summoned.
Hello, everyone. I am Greta Ice Vixen. My name is Greta. I am a Pokemon speedrunner. I love the frame fatales as well, and I love frame fatales. I love puppies. I love Pokemon. I just love everything. And
so you performed a little bit of alchemy and put all of those things into a single hour and change speedrun. Tell us a little bit about what the Pokemon Puppy Party is.
Yes. So have you at home ever been out there and you're like, I really love the Nintendo 3DS mainline Pokemon games, but I do not have 3 to 6 hours to speedrun them? Well, I got the category for you. I just really like these games and I wanted to play them, so I made up a category called Puppy Party that my dogs are very excited about in the background, as you can hear. We're gonna play a little bit of Pokemon X, a little bit of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and a little bit of Pokemon Ultra Moon. And we're gonna meet up with some puppies and have a party together. It's gonna be awesome.
Terrific. And if I'm not mistaken, we have one more person partying with us, right?
Yes. I'm joined by a lovely co-commentator.
Hey, I'm Sergeant Mug. You can call me Mug. I love Pokemon and I love puppies and I love puppy Pokemon. So this is like the best category ever. And so I'm extremely excited to be hanging out and partying. Also, I'm an extremely proud Frame Fatale as well.
Yay.
Heck yeah. I'm not, but I'm one of the Frame Fatale's biggest fans, so I'd like to think that counts for something.
It does. We appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, unless there's anything else, let's get it going.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna start off with Pokemon X. When I click begin game here, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's party.
Yay!
Party time.
Yeah, so of the 3 games I'm playing today, this one's actually going to be the one we spent the most time in. There's a very special puppy that we're going to hang out with, and so we gotta get there. We're gonna face a gym. That's gonna be pretty exciting. We're gonna do an in-game trade. There's a lot to look forward to here.
We have to travel far to party with this puppy.
Yeah.
Dang, it's almost like the speedrun involves like playing the game.
A little. All right.
Shout out to games that let you play as women.
Yeah, in this game and in Alpha Sapphire, I don't think it matters in Ultra Moon. For the actual like full length any percent speedruns, it does make a difference whether you pick the boy character or the girl character. I think like your rivals' Pokemon's natures change or something like that. So you actually do go with the girl option, which we love to see.
Whatever the reason, I'm always happy.
True in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I don't remember exactly why. We had that on the show a few weeks back.
I can tell you this one. It's because the rival talks more. If Lyra is your rival, she is so excited to teach you how to catch a Pokemon. She talks a lot, whereas Ethan's cutscene is shorter, so it's faster to choose the girl player.
Yeah, it's the same way in Legends Arceus too. Yeah, right there, I pulled up my options menu and did some basic options that you're pretty much always going to see in a Pokemon run. Setting our text speed to be fast, turning off the battle animations, setting the battle style to set so that it's not going to ask me every single time if I want to swap to a different Pokemon. And a really important thing for 3DS games and DS games is I turn on the L equals A mode. So if anyone is aware, mashing in these games is it's something, all right. So the way I'm advancing the text as quick as I can is I turn on L equals A, so I hold down L, and holding down a button makes the text go faster. And then I'm mashing the B button, but I'm also mashing the touch screen, which is really weird.
When are they going to go ahead and build a turbo extension for the 3DS?
I was going to say, if we can input on just about every frame, that's probably fastest, right?
Yeah, right.
Little exclamation point. I like it.
People are always calling me that.
That's true. All the time. These are our friends, and they give us our starter. You'll find out we're not gonna really end up using Chespin, but we're gonna take him anyway.
That's fine. He's still handsome.
Exactly. And yeah, for some reason they're like we're all friends. We should have little nicknames for each other, right? And so I'm Lil exclamation point or whatever.
Yeah. They said Lil nicknames, and you were like, "Yeah, Lil, that'll do."
Lil.
I did that when I was a kid. Me and my friends thought we were supposed to have nicknames.
Yeah, I think my name is kind of too short to nickname if I.
It really is one of those names that you have to nickname by making longer,
Yeah.
which they get at with the kins suffix,
Mm-hmm. All right. Lucky for us, our friend here, Shauna, decides to pick the starter that's weaker to mine, so get owned, I guess.
That's so lucky. That doesn't always happen.
She's a good friend.
Back in my day, this is my day. I was gonna say, back in my day,
You
they
were
did
fighting
pick
into Pokemon Strong against you at the beginning of the game.
but this game is my day, so I'm just lying to you.
Yeah, I'm the old head. I was a Gen 1 player. I remember when Pokemon was held together with duct tape and hope.
Yeah, one time I got Pokemon Red onto my like TI-84 calculator and played it during math class.
No way.
It's the TI-83 Silver was what one of the first things that taught me that Doom could run on, and genuinely anything.
Oh my gosh.
I am like
People are
right
just a
about.
whiz.
Oops.
I'm that middle ground age where like I am slightly old enough to like have had access to a Game Boy Color, but don't do that. Don't do that.
You were just playing your perfectly legal backup of the game that you own.
Fortunately, I do own a Game Boy Color, and that's where I enjoyed Crystal, which I think was my first game, but I really remember most clearly like Leaf Green being my first game.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess also like, well, it was Gen 3, but like, yeah, the rival still picks the stronger one.
True.
Yeah, you know,
This was
speaking
actually,
of...
I think
go
this
ahead.
might have been the first game I came back to after Gen 1.
Oh,
Really?
Mm-hmm. I definitely
back
remember
on
playing
it.
all the way through X and Y.
Came back on a great game.
I'm sorry, I cut you off there, Greta. You were saying.
I was gonna say, speaking of playing on legitimate copies of games, I actually am playing on a 3DS for real, which is really cool because, this is not a very easy or accessible console to capture, but I'm lucky
True.
enough to have an actual console that can be captured, which I just think is really neat.
Yeah, it's so cool that this is possible.
Yeah, there are still people out there doing the mods. I actually had a friend or a friend of a friend ask recently, and I went looking after it, and you can still get it done. So playing on the console is nice and easy. Getting it so that you can capture input from the console, a little less so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching sometimes like if I want to look up like help for how to like, beat something or find something, watching like a YouTube video of like, here's where to find such and such in Diamond and Pearl. And it's like someone's like filming their screen with like their phone. And so I am just like it's like so exciting that this is even possible, that we can just like easily share and capture these games with each other now, like thanks to the capabilities that like people have figured out.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was times when I wanted to like a rhythm game, Ostatake Oendan. I was a big fan of. I just liked watching other people play it sometimes if I couldn't get my hands on the system myself. And it was like, okay, I put my iPhone 4 on a tripod and pointed it down at the screen while it's
Right.
like, yeah, it was rough times.
And I need to be in the grass here. There we go.
So are we leaving it a surprise, like what puppy we're going to encounter this time?
People can guess.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
There are 3 puppies named in the category, so those who know the gens might have an
I
advantage
forgot.
there.
I did see someone in chat say something like, isn't Fennekin a puppy? And I really think Fennekin is like a fennec fox. Definitely not a puppy.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I believe that foxes are canines, right?
That's fair. I definitely also think puppy is like a state of mind,
True.
All right, I've successfully caught a bunny who is going to be very important in a little bit here. I can't remember the spawn rate. I should have looked this up. It's not that great of a spawn rate. There was one time I was learning this run and I encountered like 13 encounters or something before getting Molly. It was awful.
Holy moly.
Let's see. Route to 20%.
Yeah, so it's like not the worst. but
Right.
not
Very,
great.
very average sounding.
Yeah, sooner
Yeah.
than 1 in 13, surely.
Yeah.
I was definitely always like, I always had a dog growing up. I don't think I could keep a bunny. So like foreign.
Yeah, I mean, animals are just a great experience for kids generally. The companionship
true.
and the care of learning to take care of another living thing. But yeah, definitely some different experiences. Like I had a neighbor who had ferrets, and they're
Aw.
yeah, they're cute, they're delightful. They're just they also have issues with being kind of high maintenance and also kind of stinky.
Yeah, definitely. So cute though.
Yeah, when I was younger, my sister and I, we always wanted a hedgehog, but I think they're illegal to have as pets where we live. It's very sad.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, let me not. There we go. They're cute though.
Yeah,
And
when
they're
I was
so
a kid,
fast. How can you catch them?
yeah, maybe that's why they're illegal. My cousin had a hedgehog when I was a kid. I remember thinking that was the coolest thing. I guess
Oh
I
my
still do.
gosh. That is the coolest thing.
Shout out pets. Greta, you have two puppies of your own.
I actually
We heard
have
them make a
3.
guest appearance.
3.
Yeah, they're barking over their dinner.
Tell us about them. What are their names?
All right, so we have the oldest is Candy, and Candy is hello, Caleb. And Candy is next month. She turns 16 years old.
Wow.
Such a distinguished lady.
Yeah, I'm very sad because I have to. I'm gonna be at the studio during FF during Flame Petals, and I have to leave her, and so I'm sad. I hope
Can't
she'll
just bring her
forgive
with
me.
you?
I don't think she'd like that either.
I'm not sure how much of a traveler she might be at her age. Up and down the, to get on the bed and then towards the food bowl are good trips, but the rest I'm not so sure about. Okay, and our other puppies?
Yeah, and then we have Pixie. Pixie we got like right at the start of the like COVID lockdown in 2020. And she's like a little demon child affectionately. She's funny.
You
and
have
then,
enough pets in your life and that's going to happen.
Yeah. And then our youngest one is Mimi, who we got last year in the summer. So she's still like kind of a baby, but she's actually like the largest of the 3. So she doesn't look like she's a baby, but she's a baby.
Oh yeah, big dogs are absolutely babies.
Always.
My partner's folks have a Great Dane and it's an enormous baby.
Yeah, we had a Great Dane in the past. She was very large, and I was a kid, so she was like bigger than me. It was kind of scary. All right, I'm gonna do this baby mode. So these 2 trainers, they can't see you if you're in the grass. But of course, the more tiles of grass that we're in, we might get an encounter. The epic gamer way is to do like diagonal movement to go in like the least amount of grass possible. But it is really difficult, okay?
Yeah, no, we just care about the end result at the end of the day.
It is so difficult.
And even at
'Cause
worst,
you-
like running from the wild encounter is still faster than getting the trainer, you know?
Yeah. Alrighty, so this is why I caught that bunny, is for this trade.
Bunny for a duck, that's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah, so the gym that I have to face in a second here is the bug type gym. And it just so happens that there's our good buddy Quacklin here that we can trade for.
Ooh.
And
Welcome to the round,
Quacklin has aerial ace, and that's gonna do some work for us.
We do like a flying type move that doesn't miss.
Yeah.
Plus, you made that guy so happy with his new bunny.
True.
He loves his bunny. Alright, swap that.
I feel like a duck is another one of those animals that when you're a kid you think would make a great pet. And you learn what ducks are like naturally.
Yeah, sometimes I see those videos of like the people with their pet duck that they bring to like the Dunkin'
Supermarkets
Donuts
and-
drive-through, ask for water or whatever.
True. Watching a duck eat is absolutely a joyful experience. If you haven't seen that yet, go look it up after the show.
I kind of feel that way about chickens. Like if I see someone that owns a chicken, I'm like, I want one.
I can see that, yeah.
They just look so fluffy, you know? Goodbye,
You know, I
roller
guess-
skater.
Yeah, we get our roller skates now. Pretty awesome. But I guess the natural evolution of this conversation is if you could have a Pokemon as a pet, then what one would you choose?
That's a question as old as time, or as old as Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, you know, low-key one of my favorites has probably always been, or at least since this gen really, Mawile.
Aw.
Amazing choice.
And they're generally, as I understand, pretty well behaved. Like they have a good human-friendly attitude. So it seems like it wouldn't make a bad pet.
Yeah, we have a
What about
friend
each of
who
you?
really loves Mawile.
Yeah, good choice. I do like, as previously stated, I really love puppies and puppy Pokemon.
Fair.
And they're often my favorites. So I think I still would stick in like that vein and get like Rockruff or Fido maybe. So round and soft.
Do you think that Fido is like squishy? Because it's
I
like
think so,
dough.
yes. I absolutely think so. I think
How
Doc's bun feels more like soft, like cooked bread, and Fido feels squishy, like bread dough. And doesn't that just make you like want to hug it even more?
And people do, you know, kiss and snuggle their moms. Just try not to do so when you're hungry. That might not be the best idea. As far as dog type Pokemon, I probably have to go, and maybe these aren't the best for snuggling with, but either like Arcanine or Yamper.
No, I bet
Aw,
Arcanine
cute.
is so warm.
True.
Have you
I
seen
bet
like
it's, like,
the
so nice to
gigantic Arcanine plushie? That's like
I
the
have
biggest thing
not.
ever.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's like
so
life
good.
size or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like 5 feet long.
Yeah.
I did
59
also
inches.
always
Yep,
like,
there you go.
yeah,
5 feet
yeah.
right there.
I always liked the idea of having like a giant Pokemon, not like a giant Pokemon, but like a big Pokemon as a pet. Something like Arcanine or like my favorite Pokemon, Venusaur. Like, where would you even keep one? But can you just imagine like getting home after a long day and like sitting down and leaning up against your like large supportive Pokemon friend? It just seems so comforting, you know? And like sitting in the shade of the big leaves.
I mean, I imagine at that point you're really running like a Pokemon preserve. So you've got different enclosures for your Arcanine, for you know, for your Rhyhorns and Rhydons, for all the different environments that Pokemon would want.
Yeah, I guess I've strayed a little far from pet. I guess I'll stick with like Fido or Rockruff or yeah, Growlithe too.
What about you, Greta?
I know this comes as the biggest surprise anyone has ever heard, but I would pick a Alolan Vulpix.
No way. Do you like that Pokemon? I never hear you talk about it.
Just a little bit. We're really chill about it.
Alolan Vulpix would make such like first of all because it's so tiny and precious and perfect and cute, but also like because I bet it feels like nice and like cooling to hug, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't think it would be unpleasant cold. I think it would be like a nice like cold pillow, you know?
It's so cute and fluffy. Gonna grab this. Yeah, I have my roller skates now, so I get to skate to victory and then get stuck on things.
Woo!
Uh-oh. Hello.
Uh-oh. It
That's
definitely
not
was
how
like
that cycle normally is.
Oopsie.
it was so
I got
fun
this.
playing this game for the first time and being able to like move in any direction on the roller skates.
Uh-huh.
True. If you're just used to bike movement, this is definitely, like, along with several other things this game does, is with kind of revolutionary to the formula.
Yeah, like you can walk diagonally in this one, which was already like different, but then to just be able to go like fully play with that circle pad on the 3DS was so like mind blowing at the time.
All right, now I have to be careful. Okay. We're good.
Oh yeah.
All right. The Twitch poll has concluded, and it turns out that Rockruff is the best puppy, thanks to one very generous chatter who poured in a 5-digit number of channel points to make it so.
Thanks, Dynam.
I like Rockruff. It's really
I love
cute.
Rockruff. It like as soon as those games dropped, like Rockruff just like skyrocketed in my favorite Pokemon list. It's just so cute.
Isn't that just like one of the most fun parts of each new generation of Pokemon? Like whether you saw it coming from promotional materials or not, finding that new Pokemon you just super vibe with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been... obviously, like, every generation has really good ones, but I feel like the last handful especially have had some really good ones.
Name some.
There's too many.
Oh, who is that?
Oh, that's
All right, here.
true.
I'll
A
get us
sneak
started.
peek.
Clodsire.
That is a good
Phenomenal.
one.
I ended up really loving Finizen, actually.
Okay.
It just looks
cute.
so happy and it swims so freely. It's so cute.
And I mean, honestly, you know, you let a conversation like that go on long enough and everyone's going to land on Tinkaton, because who doesn't love
True.
the
Yeah,
little friend
really
with the
good
giant
one
hammer?
too.
All right. We have made it to Lumio City, which we're going to be spending a lot of time in
Come
the next
October.
Pokemon game. Yeah, next month.
I can't believe they made Lumio City into a real game.
Right?
I got to play the demo at Worlds. It was so fun. I'm really, really excited for it.
I'm jealous. I hear that they had it at PAX West too.
Ooh.
Just another reason to have wanted it to be an even bigger part of PAX going forward. Yeah, PAX East and West always have amazing Games Done Quick presence. If you were watching this last weekend, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed.
So true.
Yes.
I caught Sonic. It was very fun.
See, so you finally got the hedgehog you always wanted. You caught
Yeah, in a sense, I did catch it.
No, I didn't realize the state of my health. It's kind of scary.
That's why I thought you were saying you needed to be careful earlier when you were dodging the trainers outside.
Let's see here. What do I have? I'll use a potion. Okay, that works.
Hey, do we have a second for an announcement while we finish up this battle?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. I wanted to get people excited about another marathon we have coming up a little later this year called Games Done Queer, happening October 31st through November 2nd, highlighting queer and LGBTQIA plus runners, benefiting the Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund. Game submissions are currently live until September 14th, so visit gdq.gg/gdqueer for information on how to submit a run. And I'll be one of the people who reviews those runs. So send me all the coolest runs that you have, and we would love to feature you on the air for that.
Whoa.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, the stuff that we've seen already is awesome. There's some new, some old, some classic, and there is a lot more time to get those submissions in.
More GDQ is always a good thing.
It's true.
I forgot about how great this theme is.
It's so good.
Yeah. Bulbasaur, yay!
You know, this is the... I mean, I guess it depends how you define it. I was gonna say, like, there's more than one speedrun that I do in which you are able to get gifted a Bulbasaur.
Wait, I feel silly now. What's the other one?
In Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor.
Oh, yeah, I didn't play Isle of Armor. That's why I didn't know. Now I need to. I want Venusaur.
And it can Gigantamax too.
Ole mole. The Bulbasaur can or the Venusaur?
Well, the Venusaur.
Yay.
I do really want to see a gigantic Bulbasaur, though.
I don't know. I figured
Well, you
Pikachu
can do
and
that
Eevee get
too.
ones.
You can Dynamax it, and then it'll be big.
True.
True. Plus, as soon as I said that, I'm like, you know what? There's probably a giant plush of a Bulbasaur, so...
Ooh. So we've talked about
grass starter players in the chat are absolutely popping off that we've picked 2 of them now.
that's my people. We've talked about our favorite dog Pokemon. What about some of like the I don't want to say controversial, but some of the like questionably like dog Pokemon?
Like what?
Like some of the evolutions. I know those are usually pretty contentious, what kind of like animal they're supposed to be. I think it depends on, I don't think every evolution is like the same animal. I feel like it kind of depends.
Okay, I'm going to zag. How dog or not is Lucario?
That's definitely a dog.
I think Lucario's a dog, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, less controversial than I expected. Sorry.
Maybe someone disagrees, but for us, yeah, that's a dog to me. What about like now I'm just trying to think of other dog Pokemon. Okay, this one's not controversial at all, but I just remembered about it. Smeargle. I love Smeargle. It's an artist like me.
Yeah, if you haven't, head over to social media, like check out Mug or Greta's page, or even mine for that matter. Mug did some absolutely amazing fan art for this run earlier
That's
today.
so cute.
Wait, what the
I'm
heck?
so
Don't
happy.
embarrass me. Whoa, is that the champion?
Yes. And don't mind the like nefarious villain music playing every time we see Lysander.
Yeah, no, that's just confidence.
We will
All right,
never have
let's-
the face negative like outcomes of that.
Chad is helping us out here. We got some other maybe dogs. Flareon, you were talking about evolutions. Zekrom or Reshiram?
What?
Oh wow. I can't say I really imagine them as dogs, but Reshiram's like face and head shape is kind of like dog-like. I kind of like I get it. I don't think I can agree though. It's definitely more like a dragon. It has wings.
Like, is a raccoon a dog? Because then we could put in like Zigzagoon and Linoon.
No, those are raccoons.
Okay.
I think people refer to those as trash pandas.
Yes, affectionately. What about like Slurpuff? I feel like Slurpuff.
That's
kinda has
definitely a
energy.
dog, yeah.
I would
Okay.
agree, yeah. Here's a dog, Lucario.
And another one.
Dude, they're early for the puppy party.
It likes me.
Aw. It knows you love puppies.
True.
Use this. I bought sword stance from the center by selling some stuff. I'm gonna use it for this fight, and that's it.
And Farfetch'd, absolutely the most appropriate Pokemon to learn how to do sword stance.
Totally.
I mean, at least until Surfetch'd exists.
Yeah.
Who's also phenomenal.
True.
Another banger out of Sword and Shield.
And also like Honedge and Doublade, but honestly at that point, that's a little too on the nose for me. They are literally swords dancing.
All right, I'm gonna set off on this Corphish to destroy it here.
You gotta crack that crab.
Whoa. It's a lobster, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what it is.
I mean, crabby is the crab, so it stands to reason. Look, I definitely don't live in New England or anything. It's not like I should know better. In my defense, I'm a transplant, but I also lived in another place that had a lot of water. I lived in Florida for 30 years. So.
You didn't even have to offer all this information.
Sure, but if I don't tell myself, who's going to?
Aw.
No, wait. Yeah, Chad has it right. It's a crayfish. Oh, corfish, crayfish.
A crawfish.
Crawfish. Yeah,
duh.
crawdad, crayfish. They're all kind of in the same.
What even is
they all
a
describe the
crayfish?
same animal.
It's a shellfish. It's like, similar to a shrimp, but like a different animal.
It's all too complicated. I'm confused.
It's small and like they're like
Is it a puppy?
Well,
Maybe.
Imagine a puppy, but in the ocean, and it's not very fluffy.
I was gonna say, are mud bugs kind of the water equivalent of dogs? Mud skippers, crayfish.
Oh, hey, speaking of water puppies, in like 15 minutes, we're gonna come back to that, okay?
Okay, I'm remembering
to it.
your words. Where are we at now?
Right now, there's a Snorlax in the road.
Yeah, is that a puppy?
This just seems to keep happening.
Yeah, so we have to go a different way. And it actually works out great for us because the way we're going is the path to the puppy.
Whoa.
We'll be there soon.
Music to my ears.
Yeah, see this gigantic palace? Since puppies are so, they're royalty, that's why the puppy's at the palace. And that's why we're
Us,
here.
and for this run, absolutely.
Absolutely. They're like in Detective Pikachu, there's a Growlithe that you meet like in a mansion. It's because it deserves one, because it's a puppy.
Yeah, we are mere moments away from our puppy party part 1.
Oh, I'm paused so hard.
My arms are tensed up so I can give it a good pet. I am very ready.
My treats are ready to go.
True. I'm feeding myself some treats. This is the peanut butter pretzel powered puppy party. And yes, I practice saying that in between the runs.
I bet puppies would love peanut butter pretzels.
They would.
I don't think they should have them.
They shouldn't, but yes.
Oops.
Bye, Shauna.
Hey, speaking of Reshiram, we just passed a statue of one.
Whoa. I like Reshiram a lot. I think it has a great design, even if it's
What is
unclear
this?
what animal.
Puppy!
A puppy!
He wants to play. Yeah, so here we have this little mini game, and this is our party with the Furfurrow here. We're gonna play a game together. Is this what I'm supposed to do? I need to make sure I don't mess this up. Yeah, this is right. Yeah, so we have these little spots, and we can have Shauna wait in one of them. And we're trying to stop the Furfru from running away. So she's gonna wait here. And here it is. We got it.
Hey.
We finally caught it.
Yay!
But yeah, so it's this guy's Furfru. For my Wonder Fruit
reunion.
Don't mind me over here. I'm just clicking the good dog button on the UI.
There's the puppy.
Oh, that's such a good button.
Right?
Yay! But yeah, so that
joining
was
the likes of Peanut Butter the dog in the list of all-time good dogs.
that was our first puppy party with Furfru. We got to play that little game together.
Yay!
Heck yeah.
And so that is the Pokemon X section complete. Now we
That was
moved
Wonder
into-
Fruit.
It was Wonder Fruit.
You're right to say it.
All right. Let's go. Next one. Is Kyogre a puppy?
I would say Kyogre is another one of those where like puppy is like a state of mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppy-like attitude, if nothing else.
It's similar to like a manatee or something, you know, which like I feel like is rather dog.
Which along with like
That's
otters
true.
or sea lions, those are, definitely dog adjacent.
you maybe not puppy, not so energetic, more like old
Fair.
dog, gentle that just wants to sit in your lap.
And just like the grass starter fans from earlier, the Oras enjoyers are making themselves known.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The
I guess my dogs
also
are.
making themselves known.
They love this game.
Yeah, well, we get started on another journey. If you're looking to get more involved and continue your journey in speedrunning with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix Enjoyer role to yourself to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with the staff, and more. Use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite and more information. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, good. I'm glad we didn't have to. Yeah, no, the game already knew the answer, which means we were ready.
Yeah. This one was rhetorical.
Yeah, you just say no and turn off the system.
Right? I mean, RPGs since time immemorial occasionally have let you do that. Usually they railroad you into like, no, we really need your help. But occasionally it's been like, okay, fine. If you're not going to help, we're not going to force you. And then it just puts you out to the title screen.
All right, so right there, honestly, like the most important thing in this, you're gonna see. We're not gonna spend too much time in Alpha Sapphire. But the most important thing is that before I get out of that truck, I do my menu, because otherwise I'm stuck in all of these cutscenes and the text is not going
slower
fast,
text. Good
and
call.
it's awful, and you're sad.
I am frequently sad starting a new Pokemon game before I get into the menus to make it play the way I want. I totally feel you.
Yeah, it is interesting that they give you that one quick moment on the truck to set that stuff
Yeah.
before they even like teach you about it. Your mom in this game has a little blue like hair clip on. It reminds me of Lola's little snowflake.
Yeah, speaking of, I should have mentioned this. Now's the time. Speaking of Lola, so as you can see below my bottom screen, there's a very cute PNG tuber speaking. And I like to call her Lola. And she was made by my friend Izzy, also known as YogKV. And I just love it so much. And I love Izzy so much.
I love it. I love Izzy. We thank the universe for Izzy, and we thank Izzy for Lola.
Also
Exactly.
known as Izzy the Sweetest on some platforms, and a very accurate moniker from everything I've seen.
Hello, Brendan.
Hello.
Boys, no thank you.
Like his treasure
Nice.
chest.
That is weird.
So,
is that?
I mean, hear me out. I am a big fan of the Dragon Quest series, and one of the collector's editions of Dragon Quest Warriors, like the Dynasty Warriors like game. The collector's edition for the first one actually came with a little treasure chest that the game came in, and I used that as my little bowl at the top of the stairs to keep my keys and other things in. So
That's so
cool.
cute.
I'm actually here with Brendan on this one.
It does seem like a whimsical, like little boy thing to own. What is that?
What is this? Could it be a puppy that it wants to play so bad?
Right? You got to give it a ball to chase. That's how that works, right? It'll bring it back to you.
Yeah. All right, Mudkip
really
is a
wants to
puppy for
party.
sure.
Mudkip is
Mudkip's
definitely
a
the most
puppy.
dog-coded.
All right, this is our second puppy party. I told you it was gonna. We really flew to this one.
True.
This is our friend Puchiana. We're gonna do some puppy things. We're gonna growl at each other, but like we want to play, not like we're
Yeah.
mad, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, that's why growl is a non-damaging move.
Yeah.
You got to feel each other out. It's what dogs do when they see a new dog.
My puppy growls when she wants to play.
Also true.
All right, now we're gonna look at each other intensely. Look at that puppy right there.
It's so
Good
cute.
dog.
I love
That's also a good
Puchiana.
Here's my water puppy. Oh, Puchiana's like, no.
Oh, you said we would get back to that.
All right, one more growl for the road. Ow, that hurt, Puchiana. That was fun. Okay, bye.
Bye. It was fun partying.
Everyone petted their screens while we had the chance, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. There's
It's a
still one more game to
short
go.
but sweet. Yeah.
See, sometimes you have to go find the puppy, and some days the puppy comes to you. That's just life, really.
That's true.
May we all be so lucky. May a puppy come to you all soon.
Agreed.
It's
If I
like,
could wish you anything today or tomorrow, depending on what time it is for you, it's to meet a new puppy.
True. It's like,
Oh,
have
that
you heard
opening.
of the puppy distribution system? It's like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that more with cats generally, but
Yeah.
I believe that dogs work the same way.
Alrighty, we are on to the third and final game in the puppy party. I love this game so much. Yeah, for the purposes of this, we're gonna pretend that like Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon are like the same. Hey, speaking of puppies, hello.
The baby. You all
That
voted.
handsome
This is the
little
best
lad.
puppy. There it
True.
is.
Just a little teaser, just a little taste of puppy party time. The appetizer.
Our name? It's Puppy, of course.
We're little exclamation mark.
True. Always have been.
Now, speaking of a little appetizer, this is our little teaser of sorts for Flame Fatales next week. This is my shameless segue plug. We
No,
have some,
please do.
we have a little bit of Pokemon to look forward to during the marathon too.
This is true.
Oh, Fatales mentioned? Like
Yeah,
Snowball
yeah.
SMB's Legends of Johto High Score Showcase and new Pokemon Snap.
That's
the
exactly what
one.
I was thinking of.
Heck yeah. That's a
Yeah, I'm
great
excited
run.
for that.
Snowball's a friend, and I've watched you do that run many occasions. It is like surprisingly technical, but also fun and breezy to watch someone turn Pokemon Snap into a combination of speedrun and a high score showcase.
Really looking forward to it. What else are you looking forward to from the marathon?
Well, I also mentioned really quick, speaking of that run, I actually was able to send in some prizes that go along with that run. So stay tuned to see those. I'm really excited. I always send in Pokemon prizes.
I wonder why.
I was going to say I would expect nothing less of you, but two halves of the same
Kidding.
coin.
If no one knows, Greta's a phenomenal perler artist. So they make lots of very cute and beautiful. What are they called? Like melting beads or something?
I guess the non-branded name would be like fuse beads.
Fuse beads, yes. I knew it was something with the beads, but yeah, you should definitely check out their work and look forward to whatever these mysterious Pokemon prizes are.
Yeah, and then you can donate during the event and potentially win a prize. And that'd be really cool.
They might have puppies in them. You should donate
Maybe.
in case there are puppies.
I hope so.
You
That
should
would
also
be
donate for
pretty
Malala
cool.
Fund. Mm-hmm. Yeah, since we got an extra second, I'll just read the rest of the blurb, which is to say that Frame Fatales, GDQ's all-women and femme speedrunning community, is preparing for the next event, Flame Fatales, starting this weekend, September 7th to 14th. !FF in the chat for information on how to join the Discord, stay up to date with all things Frame Fatales, and out fast. Everyone there. Yeah,
I'm so excited.
I enjoy the Survivor themed lead up and everything.
Yeah, it's so
It's gonna
fun.
be so
Survivor Faith
good.
is adorable.
I'm so excited to see what the interstitial team has put together for that.
Oh, man,
the
I know.
little promotional video was so good.
The fact that there's going to be even more, yeah. I'm on the edge of my seat for the for like the made up TV show just as much as I am for the marathon.
Yeah, like the chomp each day is going to be great. That's the daily recap of what to look forward to, and then all the cool interstitial content. Oh, just looking at the interstitial for the American Truck Simulator race, trucking with Heavy Chevy and Big Ranch. As an Anarchy, also people I'm lucky enough to consider friends, and their energy together is just off the charts. So I'm
They're
absolutely
amazing.
looking forward to that one.
All right. Let me do this.
Cat lovers enjoying that scene, making their pleasure known in the chat.
Gotta get my hat. Very important.
Such a cute hat. Reminds me of Venusaur.
But yeah, speaking of runs we're excited for at Flame Fatales, I'll take the time and promote my own run for a second. So this run I'm doing right now is actually a backup run. So if you end up seeing it, it might mean that disaster has struck. So we're seeing it now instead, okay?
Or that we've saved time like the world has never seen.
That it could happen. But the run
But
I
you
have
also
scheduled,
run.
yes, is I'll be running Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I am really excited for. It was my second ever speed game. My first was Pokemon Let's Go, and my second was Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm really excited to show it off. I'm going to be playing New Game Plus. So you might have seen like New Game runs before, but you probably haven't seen New Game Plus, and it allows us to employ some very interesting and very fun strategies that I'm really excited to show for everyone. And it was actually the route that I'm going to be doing was made by myself and a friend of mine, Razor's Edge. And so it's cool to be
that's
like running
very
my own route.
I mean,
gonna
kind
be
of like
really
what you're
fun.
doing here.
That's true. I did make this up too.
You are
Right?
always blazing new trails, Greta.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, that'll be Blue Lions, so we'll get to hang out with Annette and Lysithia.
Very true, and Dimitri.
Rude. But yeah, that's not the only event coming up soonish that you're going to be running that run at, is it?
That's true. We're going on a world tour. I'm also running the same gaming category for the Latin American Heritage Month celebration here on GDQ Hotfix at the end of this month. It's the 27th and 28th. I'm actually the first run, which is kind of crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Congrats on opening.
Thank you.
We choose Puplio here.
Yes.
Sorry, did you say Puplio?
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to when I said the water puppy.
What a beautiful friendship union here.
All right. Yeah, and let's see. There are so many runs I'm excited for at Flame Fatales, but another I simply could not go without mentioning is on Friday is, I think it's at like 2 or 3 ish, is a Viva Pinata speedrun that my friend Izzy is doing. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. Izzy like adores that run, and it's kind of like Pokemon in that there's a bunch of cute little creatures and you get them and become friends. So definitely tune in for that, and I'm gonna be there as well on the couch, and it's gonna be really fun. And Izzy's gonna be there on the couch for my run, as well as May Corva May for both as well. We're gonna have a great time.
I cannot wait.
Awesome.
I'm extremely excited for both. I had the great pleasure of catching Izzy run the level 10 garden in Rejects and Friends, and I don't know anything about Fire Emblem Three Houses, but I think I know who Annette is. She has like orange hair, and so I'll look forward to it. I have 2 chances to finally learn what this game is.
You're gonna learn so much.
Yeah, Viva Pinata and Trouble in Paradise are just low-key, like, super underappreciated games. Not that they weren't big in their day, but they're super fun speedruns. They're fun casual games. I feel like they fell off because the PC version had the unfortunate happenstance of coming out during the Games for Windows Live era, which, if you've never heard of that, there's a very good reason. It's because that's not a thing anymore. But it was a way that they hooked in PC games into the Xbox 360 architecture. Like, you could earn Xbox achievements in your PC games, but it was also like a form of the equivalent of a CD check. And once they shut all that down, it became a lot harder to get those games on PC.
I remember reading like game magazines when I was a kid, like, you know, Nintendo Power and Game Informer and stuff. And I remember there being a lot of like coverage around Viva Pinata. I remember seeing like all kinds of like full page ads and TV commercials and stuff. I was like, wow, this is really the next big thing. But I didn't have an Xbox, so I never played it. But I always thought it was so cute. So yeah, I'm happy to see it get some love. Happy to see how passionate Izzy is about the game. I'm really looking forward to. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that like the community, the speedrunning community for that game is really small, and I think it's really cool whenever we're able to show off like really small, tight-knit communities like that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm really looking forward to seeing us hit the incentive to run the bonus game Hades 2. Hades is my speed game. I really, really love that series. So I really, really want to see Hades 2. Such a beautiful, incredible game. And yeah, really, really hoping we can hit that incentive.
Yeah, like for my own sake, I'm excited for how close it is to 1.0, but I will definitely watch the run at Flame Fatales.
And I love this town's theme. in this game, they have, since, it's sun and moon, like sun and moon, day and night is like the whole thing, they brought back daytime and nighttime themes for places. And I just love the nighttime theme here. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Definitely. While we're talking about the marathon and other things we're excited about, I do also just want to quickly shout out 2 of the best categories from the marathon, both coming up on the last day. That would, of course, be Gay Percent from the Masterpiece race with Shovda and Shoujo. And the one that the category is kind of like, it explains what it is, and then it's shortened down at the end to Lesbian Percent. And that's going to be Stardew Valley with Princess Shortcake and Mema Mel Crochets.
Yes, our finale run is Lesbian Percent, as it should be. All is right in the
No
world.
notes.
Yeah, I've really got to give props to our games committee for picking such a phenomenal closer. Too bad I don't know anyone on it to thank them or anything. I just hope someone's watching.
Not like there's I don't know anyone here who is kind of an inspiration to me as games committee, which is why I'm so excited to be part of GD Queer's games committee. Definitely not.
I don't know how to get out of this bit and just say thank you.
Pokemon battles probably, but that does. Saying thank you also works. So get appreciated.
All right, we have important business here, which is saving Nebby. Nebby is this little cloud thing, and it needs our help. It's being attacked.
Lily's little purse puppy,
Correct. Yeah. I mean, lives in a purse not unlike a dog.
All right, the day is saved. Now all that stands in my way is this really sketchy bridge. It's fine.
Whoa. That's really scary.
I bet this was going to be much scarier if you were looking at it in 3D.
That's true.
Have we not figured out how to capture that yet?
Everyone has their 3D glasses, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you saved Nebby and now Nebby's saving you. Oh, in a way.
It had the spirit. And everything turned out all right in the end. So
We're perfectly fine. Everyone's face.
Nebby is absolutely pogging.
Very colon lowercase o.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
There's a sparkly on the ground.
Is it another Venusaur, right?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny that megas are coming back and everything, and everyone's really excited. And it's megas are on the Switch. But this whole time megas have been on the Switch in in Pokemon Let's Go.
True.
Wait, I really didn't know you could do that. I haven't played enough. I haven't played enough Let's Go, clearly.
Yeah, Let's Go has megas.
Whoa.
Yeah,
well, megas are coming to the Switch too, which is
that's
there
true.
You go.
Yeah, before you go to Victory Road, Professor Oak gives you the stones for Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. All right, so we saved Lily and Nebby. We're like really awesome and stuff. I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to get to the puppy, okay?
Totally. Where are the puppies at? This party's lame.
Yeah, I think Holly just said he was like fighting with Rock Ruffs, and that's why he was late.
He was at his own puppy party. What the heck?
He didn't invite us.
This is such a great category, Greta. Something that I love about Fatal's events is the creative categories, like we were just talking about, the gay person and whatnot. It's just so fun to see games showcased in different and fun and exciting ways. Even like the tabletop RPG that we're gonna get to see.
My gosh,
I have no idea how that's gonna work, but I'm looking forward to it immensely. I think it's just so fun, the different like creative ways we can think of to enjoy playing these games fast. And this is like a good testament to out of the box, is, you know, finding ways to make speedrunning accessible. If you don't want to, you know, play the 4-hour full game, just find some puppies.
Exactly.
Honestly, tabletop RPGs are like extremely accessible with the right game master, and Sweet Peeps is definitely one of those.
Mm-hmm.
She is more than happy to yes and you through basically anything. as someone who has hosted for Peebs and their friend and partner through several Alan Wake runs.
Yeah, the tabletop game showcase is going to be on Monday night. They're playing Triangle Agency. It's going to be really funny. I can tell you that. I know it's going to be really funny.
I really can't wait.
I'm excited for it.
Someone asked in chat if there's categories for like other types of Pokemon, not just puppies. And like, that's kind of what I'm saying is the beautiful thing. Like, go make one. Go like do one for cats. Have yourself a little kitty party or whatever, you know? Like, whatever's your thing. It might not get on the, you know, speedrun leaderboard or whatever, but it'll still be a fun thing you could show off, maybe on Hotfix someday.
Exactly. Like, if you've got a run, people will want to see it.
Yeah, something, at least I can speak to, as one of the Discord mods and leaderboard mods for the Nintendo Switch sector of Pokemon speedrunning, is we do really try to, like, let people kind of do whatever's fun for them. We try to make rules that enhance fun. We try to let you have your silly category on the board if it'll be fun for you. It's a good time. We have some interesting stuff on there.
Shout out Pokemon speedrun mods, honestly. Thank you for all you do.
All right, we are currently in the catching tutorial that we just gotta sit here and watch. It's another preview of Rock Ruff.
Yeah,
so
we get a good puppy. He's so happy.
Yeah, we are almost there. Just some cutscenes and a trainer stand in our way. And then it'll be puppy party time.
Awesome.
No more hedge mazes.
I do just want to thank everyone for supporting GDQ Hotfix, be that with subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, bits, or just by watching, because those contributions help keep the show running. If you're enjoying the stream, please consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during our replays every day we have shows. You can also support the stream, of course, by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends.
Yeah, I love on this channel, on the GDQ channel, there's always something good going on if you just come over here. There's always something.
Like, genuinely, I know a bunch of people, like, there are people here watching specifically because it's Pokemon. There are people here watching because it's you and Mug. I love watching games I've never seen before on the channel. Shout out to shows like the Gone Too Soon and Recently Departed Awfully Silly. to conception, and all of his many friends making that show what it was for several years. Very few places to see more games you've never heard of before than that one.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to come on to Awfully Silly on an episode where it was like games you do know, but like weird stuff.
Nice.
And that was really fun.
Sure. That's great.
Get me out of here. Okay, there we go.
A bunny.
There is a bunny.
We're bookending the run here. Start with Baneri and end with start with Bunnelby and end with Baneri.
That's true. All right, now that we've defeated the bunny, speaking of, shout out Rabbit and Steel is in Flame Fatales. My friends Akko and Court are running it. It's going to be very fun.
Yo.
I love them. And they love bunnies.
That was one of those games where when I watched them do the 4-player showcase a few events ago, I was like, I'm not sure what's happening here, but I'm mesmerized enough that I need to go learn more about the game.
The puppy.
Here's our puppy. So in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon specifically, there are a few instances where you just find these Pokemon that you can play with. And so here's Rocky the Rockruff. Here,
I love you, Rocky.
Yeah, it says you should play with it. And then I think once I play with it more, I like learned that its name is Rocky.
It's so cute.
Now, is there official time called for this category? Is it when you've done every action once, or when you feel like you and Rocky have had a good enough time together?
Well,
Maybe when you get
personally, personally, I'll go until you stop me. But
I see.
If
you know
I
what?
can,
How about we keep playing with Rocky while each of you do your shoutouts?
Yes, I would like to unlock the heart where it really loves me. Let's see if we can do that while we're doing this here. So yeah, thanks so much for having me on for this. This is quite the silly category, as you can tell. Rockruff is wriggling with joy. It's so happy. And yeah, this is just like a silly category I made up, and now here we are doing it for all of you. It loves me.
Yay!
Yay!
It's staring at me, loving me. Okay, we can probably call time. Now that it loves me, it wants me to pet it.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the best.
Best way to end a
Yay.
speedrun that I've ever seen.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, Rocky loves it when you come by. Okay, I gotta show you this too. Here, let me do it. Here we go.
Rocky spins with you.
We're spinning together.
So cute.
Like,
Yeah,
I
thank
always
you.
say thank you to people for showing off their delightful speedruns whenever I'm lucky enough to have them on, but I feel like this is the most pure distillation of delight that I've had the opportunity to focus, to feature so far. So thank you very much for being on, Greta. Where can the people find you?
Yes, so like I said, on Saturday the 13th, is that the right day? I hope it's the right day. Is my Flame Fatales run, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Please tune in. It's going to be so fun. Tune in for the entire week, but it would also be cool if you tune in for that. Anywhere where people are, you can find me as just Greta Ice Vixen, so twitch.tv/Greta Ice Vixen, or wherever else. I'm so excited for Flame Fatales. Please come and watch. Okay, yay, this is so fun. Thank you so much. And shout out to Mug as well for joining me.
Heck
Aw.
yeah.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, you should definitely watch Greta in the marathon. You should also watch the entire marathon. Support
Yes.
Frame Fatales, support Malala Fund. And if you like hearing my voice more, then you should catch Kabuto Park on Wednesday, the 10th,
Yo.
where I'll be on the couch with the Valiant Son, catching some bugs. So yeah, we partied with some puppies and then we'll party with some bugs. Yay! You can find me at SGTMUG on most places. And yeah, thanks so much, Greta, for having me. I love puppies and Pokemon. This was so fun.
Yay!
I love Rocky.
I also love Rocky. There's nothing else that I can think about right now besides how much I love Rocky and how much I want to thank the both of you for being on for this run and for this episode of Out of the Box. But yeah,
Thank
that's not
you.
all. There is one more run this evening. It actually will show up on the Flame Fatales 2025 schedule right after our first run on Sunday evening. It's going to be Master Sword % in A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past with Jadelyn.
I am so
go take care of
excited.
Me too. Go take care of yourselves, get some water, stretch, take your meds if you need to, get a snack, and come right on. Welcome back to Out of the Box on the Games Done Quick Hotfix. My name is the Teachery, and we have one more run for you tonight from a Fatale who can absolutely do it all. FGC commentator, speedrunner, member of the interstitial team for Flame Fatales 2025. It is time for a Master Sword % run of The Legend of Jadelyn: A Link to the Past. Let's do it.
Wow. A Legend of Jadelyn. I don't know how I can follow up that incredible introduction, Teachery. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. I am Jadelyn. This is my Hotfix debut, and I'm ridiculously excited to be here. Thank you for having me. And this is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past Master Sword %. So what is Master Sword %? Master Sword % is the beginning of the game up until when Link collects the Master Sword. And this has no major glitches. Everything was very easily accessible. There are 2 very small tricks that actually happen in the same dungeon that I will explain along the way and when we get there. You don't really need anything special. That's why this is a great out-of-the-box run. The only thing that's a little bit tricky is getting, this is the Switch 2 Virtual Console, and this is on the Famicom, the Virtual Famicom, because the text is faster in Japanese. And that is really the only slightly difficult thing, but it's really not that bad. So yeah, I think with that, we will get started. Time will start on file selection, and time will end when I get the Master Sword. So, Teacher, you want to count me in?
Let's do it.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
This is so exciting.
Good luck and have fun.
Thank you. So we're getting started. Once again, like I said, we are in Japanese, so text does go by fairly quickly. The first thing you might know if you've played this game before is that there's a lot of different items that you can get in this game, and we're not going to get very many of them. You only get what is necessary. So the first thing that we are going to get here is the lantern, but we're not going to get it in Link's house. Nah, that's too slow, so we're going to leave. We're not going to get it in the first level of the dungeon either. We're actually going to get it much later. So right now we're just going to run. The first part of this run is fairly straightforward in that we don't really have a sword. Well, we don't have a sword at all. Also, FF? That must be what FF stands for. It's Frame Fatales right there.
Frame Fatales mentioned in like the early 1990s.
Yeah, 1991. There we go.
Nintendo knew what was up.
Nintendo foresaw. Nintendo foretold. So we're going to get this.
It is as the Nintendo prophecy foretold.
Nintendo prophecy foretold indeed. So I have the sword now. And this is the major weapon that we will be using during the game. You can get the lantern over there. Not going to get it over there either. Too slow. It's, in fact, quite out of the way. So now what we are going to do is, rescue the princess and make sure this guy does not ruin my day. For my run for Fatales, there's actually going to be a bid war that will close right before the run starts. And it is for this right here. I'm currently going to the left. If you would like to see me suffer, please donate to go to the right. It is identical. This map in this portion is exactly the same, but I always go to the left. Ever since I was a kid, I have gone to the left. And
basically, if you want to throw Jadelyn off her muscle memory,
send me to the right. So that will be a very fun bid war that will be going on during this. Essentially, during this part, I'm just using as clean a movement as I can to make sure I don't fall off the edge, which I have done before. Just don't get hit too many times because we don't get any extra hearts. The only hearts that we get are from completing bosses and like major ending bits, which is at the very end of this. We try not to kill anything that is too much in our way or things like that. That guy gave me a heart. That is not often happened in my recent practice. And we try not to open anything like maps or stuff like that, like chests that have maps, because it takes too long. do need the boomerang, get it here, and then we will continue to go find Zelda, because this is going to be our first boss fight coming up here. And as I continue to do this over and over and over again, I'm like, man, they really put a lot of levels in this dungeon for no reason. Like, B2, why are you here? I have questions. I don't know if there are answers. Do you have answers, T-Tree?
I mean, I'm thinking of like the castle in Chrono Trigger, and that like you do see the different levels of the castle, but you're getting like a side-on view when you do that. So you actually see what's on each level. I feel like this is the top-down version of that. You're technically just going around a staircase, but they had to cut it up into a different level. So
yeah,
that's what I got for you as to why that exists.
You know what?
It is realism, even if it doesn't necessarily look or feel like it.
I love that. I think that is a fantastic explanation, and I'm going to use that as canon for the rest of this. In the meantime, we did get Zelda. We have her. She's going to follow us as we take her through the throne room. What she's going
to women.
Women? Love that. So we're going to bring her back, and what she's going to explain is, Link, everything is awful, and Ganondorf has taken all of the things, so now we have to go back, and there's this really cool secret escape that for some reason is behind the throne in my father's throne room, and that's where we're going to go, and it goes into sewers. Why, we don't know, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going exactly backwards. Also, we picked up the lantern in that room. That was the last place that you can pick it up. And I learned that if you don't pick up the lantern, it is physically impossible to finish the run. Nice. And I found this out because I was like, oh, I don't need the lantern, I'll be fine. And then I went to the throne room and nothing opened. It was like, no, you are incorrect.
You had to try to find out.
Yeah, I did.
I also just want to let anyone, if anybody watches this either on Twitch or on YouTube later, and you happen to have a voiceover project, I just wanted to shout out Dadelin's Zelda reel right there. That was excellent.
It's nothing to compare to my Toad reel.
You never know when Toad's gonna show up.
You're right, I don't.
Surprise, Toad.
I didn't hear the Captain Toad whistle or anything.
It's just there. So we have escaped Hyrule Castle, and now we are going into, this is called the escape sequence, and we are going to get out of here. We're going to go down into the sewers. Walking through water is slow, so we just try to get through this as quickly as possible. The difficult part about this is that there's these snakes, and sometimes they just line up in a way that is not super great. Sometimes they will give you a heart, which is awesome. There's one. Get out of my way. Spiders! And you just kind of have to memorize where things are. The intention for this is to use the lantern. It lights up the room. It makes it brighter. But if you know where things are, you're pretty much fine. So this is our 2 water rooms, this one and the one after it. Then we get into a lot of rats, and the rats are scary. There's a lot of RNG in this, and the rats can take off a full heart, which is not great at this point in the game.
You don't have a lot of those to spare, no.
There's always one rat in the corner that has the key. I would love if you never did that again. Thank you. Have a nice day. And so that rat had the key. This one, just gonna wait and see what they do here. There's 2 spiders. Just gonna watch them. You, sir, I would like you to leave. There we go. All right. We should be pretty much good. There's 2 more rooms after this. They're both rat rooms. So I'm going to make sure that none of the rats do anything really abstract. This is the final room, and this is what I like to think of as the Emperor's New Groove room, because it's like, pull the lever, which one? But it's the right lever. So we're going to get there, move him out of the way, and we are into the sanctuary, and that's the end of the first major sequence. So while we have all of this dialogue here, Teacher, is there any announcements or anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been talking about a lot of amazing communities that do cool things, raising money for charity, and just giving a sense of community and partnership to runners who may not have had the opportunity to meet other speedrunners like them. We talked about Frame Fatales, the LATAM Heritage Group, and I'd also like to mention Black in a Flash, a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. If you'd like to learn more or apply to get involved, you can go to gdq.gg/BAF, and you can follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social on Blue Sky for all the latest updates.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Black in a Flash is incredible, and There are so many different wonderful communities that Games Done Quick represents, and it's awesome to be part of that, and it's awesome to get to watch all of them in the events that they put on. And I'm really excited for our newest event as well, GD Queer, coming up too. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, no, again, super honored to be a small part of that as part of your games committee for that event.
I saw that in chat.
You know,
I'm so happy.
with Black and a Flash being so super supportive, they like as soon as they saw that get announced, they're like, "Hey, I better see all my Black queer runners turn out for that." Like, we would love to see that. So
that's incredible. Yeah. Do keep an eye on the Blue Sky accounts for everything that's coming up with that, because that's so exciting. So we are now in our first major dungeon. This is Eastern Palace. What you did see right before this as well. Oh, wait, hold on. I actually have to listen to this part. Give you 2 seconds. You stinky bean. There we go. All right, I'm fine now. There's a heart in the next room. Okay, that part I always forget. I'm like, I need to actually listen to where those come from. That is entirely sound-based. But we are in Eastern Palace. What you saw right before this was I did quit and go to menu. We're going to do that a lot. That does mean I'm going to be starting with 1 less heart than normal. This is our first trick room. I'm going to walk in this really particular pattern. Stop right here. This is going to cause only 2 skeletons to spawn instead of 6, which you have to kill them all. This is a kill everything room. So that saves a ton of time. And just because you walk in that one pattern with the pot, you get 2 skeletons and not 6 of them. It's great. It's a massive time save. And that was one of, I would like to say, the harder things you have to do in this run. And that's really not that bad.
Yeah, no, like this run clearly seems to be a very movement-oriented run. You know, your initial sojourn through the castle and the escape, like you said, you have to remember where things are and navigate around, in several cases, very quickly moving enemies to you know, maximize your survivability.
Yes, very much so.
To take it back just a second to the room with the...
Oh, these little beans. Hold on. I'm fine.
No, of course, take your time.
You're good. Go ahead.
But yeah, the when you were talking about your positioning to make sure that only the 2 skeletons spawned, I was absolutely thinking about the bubble blowing scene from the first season of SpongeBob. Gotta stop on your right foot. Don't forget it.
So that's so funny. Coming up here, this is the major trick of the game, and what I'm going to be doing is using iframes, invisibility frames, to ricochet off the stairs to get a switch that's right underneath this pot. Ooh, let's try it one more again. Hold up. Oh, man. I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not. I have to kill everything in the room. Darn it.
Oh.
That's okay. No big deal. We'll just do this because now I have arrows. I am going to have to kill this guy. Come here, please. You are making this very difficult. Come back here. Well, anyway, I'm supposed to land on that. What will happen is these guys at the bottom will dissipate. It's actually really funny. I've never had it not go that well before. That's okay. That's never happened before. Somebody's got to say it. Hello?
Well, I'm sorry you don't get to do that at Fatales, but also that means your run will go better.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Sorry.
No, you're
They're
good.
really scary. Okay.
Understandable. With the 1 heart, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me just watch my movement real quick. Bye. All right. I think we're okay.
Now, Chad, that's something relatively rare out there. People have their speedrunning noises. Jaden's got musical speedrunning noises. That's a real treat.
Indeed, there are many noises that happen often and frequently. If you are a part of my community, you are very well aware of this. Yo, it'd be so cool if you gave me a heart, but you're not going to. All right, I do need to listen in this one room. We're going to switch to the bow because the bow makes things quicker to kill. Nice. Remove thyself. Thank you. You go here. Got you. Got the key. Didn't activate him until later. Perfect. There's a heart in this next room. Just to be very, very careful.
I'm planning on breathing shortly. There we go.
I'm not.
Understandable.
There we go. Okay. This is okay now. I'm so glad I'm doing this now because it's always good to get in a practice that makes you really nervous before you do it again. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you, T-Tree, for being such a gracious host and having me here.
Thank you for being totally gung-ho to do it.
Always. I'm always down to hang out with
and
folk.
Congratulations on your Hotfix debut.
Thanks.
May there be many more.
I hope there are. That's cool. You said. There we go. All right, so we're just going to kill these two guys with arrows. And I'm going to make sure I have all my arrows and all my hearts. Hello. I'm in a wrong plane of existence. Cool, love that for me. Hello. There we go. So there should be one more pot and then one more heart. So now we're going into the boss room. Basically, I just need to kill each of these guys with 3 arrows. When the last guy turns red, no matter how many arrows I've shot him with, I will have to do it again. And it will be all 3. So we're just going to try and do this as quickly as possible. He's down. And 1, 2, 3. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect boss fight. That made up for the rest of the atrocity that was that dungeon. So great. What we're going to do after this is, if you've played the game before, you know that usually, well, the priest in the sanctuary has instructed you to go talk to Sahasrara, who, as a kid, I could not say this dude's name. I was like, Sahasrara, what?
I was literally about to say excellent pronunciation.
Look, I've been practicing since this game came out, because that's when I started playing this game. But we're going to go visit him now. We did skip that because you would have to go back anyway. So we're just going to sort of condense all of this. He's going to give us a lot of background information, and then he's going to give us the thing that we need, the boots, because one simply must go fast. So we're going to go fast as soon as he gets through all of this dialogue. He's just telling us a lot of stuff. Say hi to Sahasrara, or whatever you want to call him, and then say bye, because we're not going to see him or speak with him ever again. Bye-bye. And then we're going to quit to the menu. We're going to go back to my house, and actually it's OOTB's house, because we're on Out of the Box. But now we can go very, very fast. And we are now going to pick up the Book of Medora, and then we're going to head over to the Desert Palace. And so this is all just movement and me not trying to get hit by all of these guys and just scooting around, so you get to hear lots of little scooty noises and watch Link's little tiny floppy hat, which may be one of my favorite things in the entire game. Because he's got a little tiny floppy hat.
I didn't even get to what I was going to say is, if we can pronounce Sahasrara, I was hoping that people could do their best choice at spelling Sahasrara. But people have done that in the chat for me already. So.
Chat, have I told you how much I appreciate you lately? Because I appreciate you, chat. You're the best. I love that, and I look forward to seeing all of the spellings that I'm definitely not reading right now, because I have a book.
There is more than one, so look forward to enjoying that.
Great. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to quit back to the house once again, and now we're going to go proceed to the south and then the west. I had to think about that for a second. I was like, is that west? To go to the Desert Palace. So now we're going to get into a lot of running. If I catch this corner just right, I slide off of it. You will notice sometimes the game will slow down just a hair, depending on how much is on screen, which sometimes is a lot of much. I just ran that guy through, sorry. Link's a little violent sometimes. Also, this guy's a crab, so we can sing.
Yeah, I've learned to appreciate a thing or two about slowdown being an integral part of SNES runs.
There's a part in this upcoming dungeon that if there are laser beams that will cross, and if they cross at the right time, the game will just chug, and it's atrocious. We're going to mash through this to make sure we get through the dialogue faster, because, la la la, let me through, now I'm through, is kind of what I like to think. So we're going to go into here, and the essential sequence of things is that we're going to knock a key off of a tower, then we are going to get the master key, and then we're going to go get the power glove, and then we're basically just going to make our way to the boss. It's a fairly straightforward dungeon. It's, again, mostly movement and scooting around and trying to not get hit, especially since, you may have noticed, and I believe I mentioned as well, every time you quit to menu, you start with less than full hearts, and depending on how many you have is how many you don't start with. So right now I have 1 that I don't have, and then after this it'll be 2 that I don't have.
2.
So it'll be like, ugh. All right. Gonna go through here. This is another listening room. Well, not this one. This is a kill everything room. So I gotta make sure I kill all the things. Woo! I'm really shocked that the laser didn't see me. Oh, he saw me there. That's fun. That's a thing. This is 2 crossing cannons. So give me a sec. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Just scoot through there. And then listen one more time. And now we're through, so we don't take any damage there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sometimes they can get slightly off and they won't be in sync, and that is a time to be had. Work on the diagonal there, and then it's my favorite little scooty hallway. Just go through here. We're gonna go get the power glove, like I mentioned. This room has a lot of pots. The door panel is always under this one, and it will also close again because why wouldn't it close? We're going to make life difficult for you. Power glove, yay, now we can do stuff. We can proceed with the game. If you don't have that, you cannot physically proceed into the next part of the game. We're gonna go down here, not get hit, super cool. And then if you...
I've
no,
had
go
my
ahead.
terrible idea for the evening.
Oh,
now I'm
great,
imagining
please
the
let me
idea
know. We
of
love terrible
figuring out how to
ideas.
run. Now, it's not a Super Nintendo accessory is the problem. You'd have to do some real technical wizardry, but I've conceptualized the idea of running Link to the Past on a Nintendo Power Glove. I don't think it's a Nintendo accessory, but you get the idea.
You know, I've heard worse ideas. I've heard worse ideas today. I like that.
Well,
you know what?
Had
I'll
an
take
interesting
it.
day.
Don't we all? All right, so those tile rooms, there are 3 tile rooms like this. 2 of them we can thankfully just bypass, like I just did, if you know where the key is. The 3rd one is what I like to call the we have time for donations room.
Fantastic.
So we have to do that one. This is the room where if the lasers cross each other, it gets real scary, but they didn't, and that is just fantastic. Oh man, here's the other room with the tiles. Get that key, get through here. I need to switch to the bow real quick. I do have arrows, yay, because I'm cool. You die. I only need that pot. And then, because they fill up your, whatever it's called, sorry, blah, they fill up your magic, you're then able to open up the lantern, because I haven't collected anything. And so this opens up the door. These are called the land molas. You hit them in the head and they die. There are 3 of them. They take 6 hits each. The really dangerous thing is they shoot rocks. There's 4 rocks that pop out, except until you kill 2 of the 3, then there are 8 rocks. So I stand in a very particular place so that I don't get hit. And so with that, I'm gonna pay a lot of attention. So if there's anything that you need to say, T-Tree, go for it.
I mean, I don't know about need to, aside from good luck taking care of the Lanmolas, but I want to remind people that you can catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and marathons over at our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, first, don't skip ahead to the end of the fight. And second, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with all things GDQ.
Yeah, do that. Those are all really cool things. Where's this guy coming? So I'm just walking around. Ooh, that was really good. Go me. Good job, me. Hooray.
It's almost like you've been practicing this or something.
I have. Practicing a lot. I actually have 4 save files. One is with the skip. All right. I need to see where this guy's going. And then the other 3 are the bosses.
Gotcha.
All right. Come to me, my little baked potato. All right. That was excellent. That was really well done. Hooray. So we're going to get our happy little victory music. Going to quit to menu once again, but not go to OOTB's house. We are going to go to the sanctuary. We'll be going to the sanctuary 2 times, and this is the first of those 2 times. And we're going to get out of here. So goodbye, dungeon. See ya. You might notice, like I said, the file name is OOTB. If you've played the Super Nintendo version of this game, you're like, wow, that's a really short file name. The Super Famicom only has 4 slots for a name. So you have to make it really, really short.
Yeah.
Wee. Excuse me. Oh, I hit the tree.
I mean, not bad from a gameplay perspective.
It's not.
You know, like, and like in RPGs, to be able to display text that regularly and have it scroll at a unfrustrating pace, keeping the number of characters down was probably important.
Yeah.
Say nothing of, if you only have a limited amount of addressable memory space.
Very true.
All the technical jargon. But yeah, it's less of a heartbreak here in this game where you don't necessarily hear your file name's name all that often compared to like in a Final Fantasy game where you wanted to name a character and you just had one letter too few to pick the name you wanted.
That is, wow, the struggle is real. It's very true. So we've picked up this old man whose daughter has been kidnapped along with 7 others. And he's like, oh, everything is terrible and you must save them or something. I believe that's
let's
the case.
save women?
Let's save women. All right, I have to be careful. Okay, so I am going to go in here and get some safety hearts because these rocks that are falling, like that, fall very randomly. And I have died there after the dialogue, which is very fun. But if you go in here, you heal up, you'll be fine. And it does feel like after you heal up, the rocks restart, so they're a little bit kinder, but not very. Also, when I was a kid, I don't know why, I called these broccoli trees. Unclear as to why. They don't look like broccoli, nor do they look like trees, but that's what I called them. I called them broccoli trees. Young Jadelyn had strange ideas about broccoli.
The power of imagination tells us many things.
That's a very kind way to put that. All right, I'm going to turn into a bunny. Shoutouts to Charbunny. Just in general.
True.
So
no, understandably, you really don't need to qualify that one.
No, so that was it. That was my bunny. And we come back through with the mirror. That's your brief foray into the dark world for this portion of the game. Obviously, if you've played it, you know that you spend a lot more time in that dark world. But for right now, that's all we're doing. I'm going to leave this up on the orange blocks, red blocks, whatever. Because if you just walk in, stand right here, you don't have to move anywhere. You just get the key with the boomerang.
Nice. Yoink.
Yeah. Do make sure you hear the sound, though, because if you don't hear the sound, you don't get the key.
You haven't collected it.
Mm-hmm. Sir, those little guys, they're a precursor to the boss. The boss is Moldorm, also known as Trolldorm, and we don't love him. This is the donation room. This has 22 tiles. We have to wait for every single one. I just basically stand here and Link is like, hooray, this is where I do things. It makes a very pretty pattern.
Helping.
He is helping. Recent story. So I was down at my brother's house, who lives in another state, and I was like, "Can you watch me run?" And so he was watching this, and he's not a speedrunner, nor really is he a gamer. But I was like, "Do me a favor, count the tiles in this room." And so he counted them for me because I've never counted them. There are 22.
And it makes a friendly skull pattern.
It makes it's one of the little guys from Gallica. Or yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what the name is, but that's fine. I'm always wary of the red skulls because if I hit them, they throw a bone at me, and that's just not great. All right, how many? I have enough hearts. I'm okay. All right, I used the mirror to teleport back to the beginning. I want the blue up, so I'm going to use that to come here. That's just a fast way to get out of dungeons. They explain that to you. Power up sword. Sick. That went really well. These guys are scary because they knock you backwards, and that's just not a thing that you want. I'm going to check to see if there's a heart. Not today. Cool. Sometimes there's a heart there. That's really nice. I don't want to hit that star. Go through this door. Where am I at? Right here. Cool. Just avoid these guys because you can see there's holes in the floor, and if they knock you in the holes in the floor, you go into a different part of the dungeon. It's just not the thing that we want right now.
Yeah, this was an era where, like, the quality of tutorializing in games just differed radically, and this is such a, like, smart way to do it, where, yes, you have been punished, you've been pushed down, you're going to have to make the run back, but it's not like it's an instant death bit. You technically have, like, a safe way to learn the mechanic before they challenge you with it again later.
Yeah, later is coming up, because they're like, what? You love these holes in the floor?
How this works now.
So why don't we do a whole boss with it? So Moldorm is directly above me. Get out of that way. Nice. Those are all heart pots. And as you can see, the arena he's in is just all edges. I need to hit him 6 times. The trick, so to speak, is as long as I'm holding this and running forward, I shouldn't fall off. So I am going to be a little bit more quiet so I can count. Yep, I fell off. That's what happens. And it will reset every single time.
Dang.
Yeah, I know.
At least it happened right at the beginning.
Yeah, that was good. That's not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Go down here. Take a listen. 1. Oh, you little stinky bean. Live and live, let to land on you. He was awfully close.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. The red one is the scary one, so I've gotten all right side. I need to make sure I remember that. Because if I don't, they on the left. All right, hopefully I won't need them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little iffy. I'm gonna wait for you to come back. Come back. Yes, now.
Everyone's like, no, I'm feeling shy today.
I'm feeling so camera shy.
5. Now he's gonna speed up. Where are you gonna come? 6. There we go. Whew. Yeah. Oh, now I can breathe. That part is has given me a lot of trouble. But that means we are coming up on the last bit of the run. And while we're getting to this point, I want to let everybody know that there is going to be an incentive in addition to the bid war for my run, which if it gets met, there is a bonus any percent run of this game. I learned the any percent run, which is another essentially out of the box run. It's not complicated. I learned it in quite literally 10 minutes. It's very, very fun. So if you're watching and you're like, I want to see more Link to the Past, which of course we all want to see more Link to the Past. I always want to see more Link to the Past. Then, yeah, please feel free to donate. And it's going towards a fabulous cause, which is Malala Fund. So now, best music in the game. Shout outs to best music in the game. We are going to collect the Master Sword and avoid this crow because he is mean. I thought they were ravens until I was looking up the boss monsters, and it's like, no, this is a crow. I was like, wow, okay, been wrong my whole life.
But when it comes down to it, in RPGs or action-adventure RPGs, anything of that like, birds are jerks.
Birds aren't real.
It's always been the case.
They're just not. All right, and so we're gonna go through here with all the cutesy little animals, and they're like, Link, you're the best. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Gonna go up here, and that's time.
Hey, GG's.
Thanks, hooray! We have the things, so you're gonna get a lot of dialogue here, and just basically like, Link, you did the stuff, and now you have the Master Sword. This is Sahasrarla speaking, which you would be able to infer. But that is it, out of the box. Thank you, you did the thing. Yeah, so that is the run. I want to thank a couple of 12 people, not really 12 people. T-Tree, thank you so much for having me. It has been an honor to be on your show first, for my first Hotfix experience. That was incredible. Oh my gosh, sorry, I just looked at my time. That's really good.
Pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Like if you needed to thank 12 people, you got the time.
I can't. Wow, that was really good. That is my my third best time of all time.
Nice.
My second best was yesterday, and it was only 40 seconds faster. So that's amazing. Holy moly! Wow. Anyway, so I would like to thank Abby Scorner and Kizercrate. They are the two people who helped me route this run and teach it to me, and they have been essential. Abby also raced this game with me last week with Lady Arcaders, which was a lot of fun, and they've been essential to this. I want to thank Char Bunny, who has also been very helpful in all of this. I want to thank Clinkit, who I know is here, who will be my commentator for my run, and I'm so glad that I get to have the head of Zeldathon on my couch, which is incredible, and I'm so grateful for Clinkit being there. I want to also shout out Cozy Kojin, my husband, for being so supportive and just being all around wonderful and celebrating every time I get a PB. And that is just very great of him. And I think, and shout outs to all the Fatales, of course, because you're the best. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you and for allowing me to be a part of your community in such a meaningful and wonderful way. And I hope that I get to continue this. And yeah, thanks for letting me be a speedrunner. That's really cool. That's a thing that I do now.
Thank you for taking up the mantle and showing off this awesome run on the Hotfix.
Oh, thank you.
In addition to all of the other really cool things you do for GDQ, for Frame Fatales, just in general.
Sometimes when you get to reflect, you're like, wow, I do a lot of really cool things. And it's because of communities like this that I want to keep doing them. So genuinely, thank you so much for that. And thank you to all of you. Be sure to tune into Flame Fatales. Survivor you're not going to want to miss Survivor. You're just not. I'm putting that out there. It's going to be fantastic. Flame Fatales is going to be a week of fabulous speedrunners. And I am so happy that I get to be a part of it. So thank you very much, T-Tree. Back to you, friend.
Thank you, Jayla. Yeah, that's coming up real soon, but there's even more Flame Fatales preview coming up right after this, so stay tuned for Creature Corner after the break.